Hey guys, it's Riley and welcome to Nothing But Batter. Today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make chocolate cupcakes. You can also use this recipe to make a chocolate cake, but I'm going to be making cupcakes today. Without further ado, let's get started. For this recipe, you're going to need 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of sugar, 6 tablespoons of Hershey's dark chocolate powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 egg, half a cup of milk, half a cup of vegetable oil, 3/4 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and half a cup of hot water. So without further ado, let's get started. Again. So starting off with preparation, I have preheated my oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit, and I've lined a cupcake tin with some cupcake liners, some little paper ones. You can also use silicone ones, whatever you have at home. So now let's just start mixing everything together. So in a large bowl, we're going to whisk together all of our dry ingredients. So we're going to whisk together our flour, sugar, cocoa powder, baking soda, and salt. So you're just going to use a whisk and whisk it together. After whisking till it's well combined, after mixing it while it's well combined, you're just going to set it off to the side. Now, in a medium-sized bowl, we're going to mix all of our wet ingredients except for the water. So you're going to add in your egg, milk, oil, and vanilla extract. Alright, so now after whisking that until it's well combined, you're just going to add it to the dry ingredients. Just pour it right over the top. You can either use a hand mixer or a whisk. I'm just going to use a whisk because you have more control over what you're doing. And then you're just going to mix it until well combined. After whisking that, this is what it should look like, kind of cake batter-y. And then it should be pretty thick too. And now you're just going to add your hot water. It shouldn't be like boiling hot, but like if you touch it, you should be able to tell that it's hot. So you're just going to add that into the batter and then mix it again. Alright, so our cake batter is ready. It should be a pretty thin consistency after adding the water. Now we're just going to put it into our pan. The way I like to do that is I like to use a little scoop like this. I like to use this for cookies and stuff. Also for cupcakes because it gives me like really even cupcakes when I fill them. So I'm just going to take my whisk out of here so it's not in the way. Then I'm going to take a little scoop, and it is ready, so it's going to be a little more difficult. But I'm just going to fill each cupcake liner halfway, and then I'll be right back. So after filling your cupcakes, you're just going to pop them in the oven for 18 to about 23 minutes. Or until you stick a toothpick into one of them and then it comes out clean. Because if it comes out with crumbs, then they're underdone. I'm just going to pop them in the oven right now. Alrighty guys, while those are baking, I have decided I'm going to add in a little bonus recipe into this video. So, of course, on cupcakes, you need frosting. Otherwise, it'll just be a muffin. So, I have decided that we're going to make frosting for the cupcakes, but not any type of frosting. We're going to make chocolate mousse. You know what mousse is? It's basically just like a really light, like whipped kind of frosting slash dessert. So we're going to attempt to make that today. And you only need 2 ingredients. So what you're going to need is you're going to need 2 measurements of cold heavy whipping cream. You're going to need 1 cup and 1/2 cup. You're going to keep them separate because we're going to use them at different times. And you're also going to need 1 cup of chocolate. You can use chocolate chips or like chocolate bars, whatever you want. But today I'm going to be using chocolate chips. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to heat up 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. So I have just heated up my whipping cream for about 25 seconds until it's hot to the touch. Now I'm going to add in my chocolate chips to my bowl. Then you're just going to pour over the heavy whipping cream on top. Now you're just going to let it sit for about 30 seconds or so. Now at this point the hot cream around the chocolate should have melted it, so now you're just going to use a whisk and whisk it together. And then it'll form a ganache. So this, you can stop here if you're trying to make a ganache, but we want to make mousse today, so just going to mix this together until it creates a really smooth texture. Alright, so now that our ganache is really smooth and silky, we're going to add in the additional full cup of cold heavy whipping cream. Then you're just going to use a hand whisk, and then you're just going to whip it together until it forms medium peaks. And there you go, super easy chocolate mousse. It should be really light and airy and fluffy and pretty darn good looking. If I do say so myself. Why is this so heavy? It's really heavy. So I have just taken my cupcakes out of the oven and they're in the fridge cooling so that they'll cool faster. So while I'm waiting for them to cool, I'm just going to prepare my piping bag. So I have just a disposable clear piping bag here and an open star tip. This is what it looks like. If you guys are wondering, you can use any tip that you want. But this is the one that I'm going to use today. So I'm just going to cut a little hole at the tip. Then I'm just going to put my tip inside. And there you go. You certainly do not have to use a piping bag though. If you want to use something like a piping bag but don't have one, you can also use a plastic baggie and just cut the tip off. Or you can just spread it on with a knife, whatever you want. I just want to be a little fancy and use a piping bag because I'm extra. Alright, real quick, everybody say hi to Felix. He is just stopping by to say hello. What do you think we're making?
Chocolate cupcakes?
You want to try the mousse?
Yeah.
Here, take a finger. Oh, the gum. What do you think?
That's actually really good.
Woo! We got Felix's approval.
That's really good.
Okay, so my cupcakes are finally fully cooled. They look incredible. They are all like the same size. Like, they look pretty good. So, that's because I used the scooper thing. So I have transferred my mousse into my piping bag that I just put together. Now I'm just going to pipe some mousse onto the top, just like that. Just gonna keep piping until all of them are fully piped. And there you have it. Your cupcakes are all complete. You can eat them whenever you want. And there you have it. Your cupcakes are all done. They look very beautiful. Let's take a bite. Let's try it. Rowan, you want to try one? Let's try it. Sure. That's really good. That's really good. Try it.
Okay.
It tastes like a brownie almost. It's like that chocolatey. It tastes like a brownie. They're really good and they kind of taste like brownies, to be honest. The mousse really adds a really good flavor to them. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it and that you tried it out. Make sure to comment down below your video suggestions, whether it's cooking, baking, or everything in between. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you like food and baking videos. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome